Center tonight's Double-A semifinals. Hi, Tom Ryder, along with University of Minnesota coach Jim Dutcher. We have two great games for you. Double-A semifinals, our first game, Chisago Lakes against Woodbury. And then the second game, the Battle of the Giants, Wilmer against Coon Rapids. Jim, your thoughts on the #1 game, Chisago and Woodbury?
Woodbury's ranked #2 in the state in the final poll. Great overall size. Mayhofer at 6'6", Trost at 6'6", Schiffler at 6'3", two other 6'4" players. Chisago Lake's going to have a little trouble rebounding with them. In addition, Woodbury plays the real sticky zone where they sag inside, pressure the ball, and Chisago Lakes is going to have to get some outside shooting.
As Jim says, the key to this game for Chisago Lakes is that Hasselquist will have to get some help. Now let's go down to the floor and get thoughts on this game from Randy Shaver and Jeff Passold.
All right, thanks very much, Tom. You know, this will be our first look at both of these ball teams since we did the Class A games yesterday. Some good matchups inside. We've also done some research on this sellout thing, and you've got that here.
The last time we had a sellout in state high school basketball tournament play, 1974, when Melrose was here with Mark Oberding. Oberding, of course, now with the Chicago Bulls. And kind of ironically, Del Schiffler was the coach of that Melrose team. He's here with Woodbury tonight.
That's going to be a good matchup. And, of course, our second game tonight, the Battle of the Giants. Tom Copa and Coon Rapids and Paul Vandenardy of Wilmer. It's going to be a great night of basketball. Back up to you, Tom.
It truly will be. The stage is set for the Class A semifinals. This is the 1983 Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament.
Things sure have changed since I was on the river, like Kings Cove Marina.
Kings Cove has everything you'd ever want, and all in one port.
Need your boat fixed? Their shipwrights work year-round. Maybe you're looking for a new or a used boat. Kings Cove's got 'em. Or pull on into the ship store to stock up on supplies. Set your course for Kings Cove this season, the friendliest port of call on the Mississippi, across from Hastings.
Sharp introduces the SF-825 copier.
Hold it! I'm here to demonstrate how the SF-825 reduces two ways or enlarges.
Really?
Make a small copy of me even smaller or an enlargement up to 120%. Sharp's SF-825 has 44 diagnostic features.
I love the copier, and you're cute, too.
Hey, don't forget your original.
From sharp minds come sharp products.
Call D.C. Hay Company to see the #1 selling copiers in America. Here's the Sony sale you've been waiting for. It's the 6th annual Sound Center $1 million sale. It's your chance to save up to 50% on Sony products. Here are just a few of the great bargains. A Sony 19-inch Trinitron color TV with electronic tuning for just $399. Sony's #1 full-feature video recorder for an amazing $399. And the famous Sony cassette Walkman with headphones for an unbelievable $49. Hurry, these prices are good 1 week only at all 3 convenient Sound Center locations.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty. When you do things in a big way, like remodeling your home, getting a car, boat, college education, or taking a vacation, let TCF help with installment loans for most anything. TCF makes it easy with attractive rates and repayment plans, fast, efficient service, and 51 statewide offices. Here, kitty. Here, kitty. The TCF installment loan is great when you're doing things in a big way.
We are back live at the St. Paul Civic Center. Tom Ryder, along with University of Minnesota coach Jim Dutcher. We are high atop the Civic Center. And down at center court, right at the mid-stripe line, we have Randy Shaver and Jeff Passolt. They'll be looking at the story from down there. We will be covering the play-by-play from up here. Chisago Lakes, 21-2, first trip to the tournament. Woodbury Royals, 22-0, their second trip to the tournament. Dave Cox, the coach at Chisago Lakes, 8th year, 121 wins. Del Schiffler of Woodbury in his 12th year, 208 in wins. There you see some of the fans. I think that particular group from Chisago Lakes, located about 35 miles to the northeast of the Twin Cities, and Woodbury, of course, a suburb of St. Paul. Now down to Julie Pearl.
I cannot proceed until the band stops. Thank you. Starting for Woodbury at forward. Number 44, Mike Brooker. Chisago Lakes at forward. Number 44, Steve Nelson. Woodbury at forward. Number 34, Mike Trost. At center, number 54, Keith Hasselquist. At center, number 50, Gary Myhofer. At guard, number 24, Steve Brattrud. At guard, number 40, Kim Colorianta. At guard, number 30, Dean Thompson. At guard, number 30, Bill Schiffler. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Woodbury High School Band, directed by Dwayne Tannehill, will lead us in the national anthem.
The officials, Mike Nevin of Shakopee and Jim Plotnick from Apple Valley. The Minnesota State High School League basketball tournament is presented under the authority of the Minnesota State High School League. Visual filming, videotaping, or other recording of the event is strictly prohibited without the express permission of the Minnesota State High School League and WTCN Television. All rights to the event and presentation thereof are reserved by the Minnesota State High School League. Well, Jim, looking at their lineups, we have a group of seniors against a group of seniors. It looks like both schools have been aiming for this particular moment.
Yes, and Chisago Lakes is starting Steve Nelson, their 6'5 player. Depends on whether they need the extra rebound or whether he starts or not, and they definitely will need him against Woodbury.
Chisago, as Jim says, will need to get as much help to their big guy, Hasselquist, as possible. Hasselquist, 54, jumping against Woodbury's Myhofer, 50. The tip, and it is controlled by Chisago Lakes. The Trojans, 21-2, out on top. Dean Thompson. Woodbury, very quick ball club, all excellent shooters. Shot down under. Hasselquist high off the board. That's Schiffler, Bill Schiffler, their top scorer, the coach's son, averages 17 a game. He's 6'3". They almost let him alone.
Yeah, Woodbury opened in their 1-3-1 zone. They played the entire ball game against New Prague.
Shot rolls out of there, and we're going to have the first foul of the game. It is on Woodbury. Maybe on Schiffler. It is.
He lost the rebound, tried to get it back, and got over the wrist. You can see the rebound here. Chisago Lakes going up after it. Strong. Hasselquist gets it, and Schiffler gets part of the arm.
They have Hasselquist way out on top. They're trying to shovel a pass over to Nelson, who is a junior who did start. So they have 4 seniors and 1 junior. Ball deflected. No score. We just opened up play. Ball deflected from behind. Grabbed by Chisago Lakes. They will set it up. Dean Thompson.
He took the right move there. He penetrated the top seam against the 1-3-1 zone, and that's one of the weaknesses of it. The player for Woodbury who's got to really work in his zone is the baseline man. He's got to go corner-to-corner coverage, and that's a lot of ground.
Tom and Jim, I want to mention all the scores from earlier in the day. Class A Consolation Series, Lake City 61, Little Fork Big Falls 40, Brooklyn Center 63, De La Salle 61. So those teams will meet in the Class A Consolation Championship. In Class A Championship play today, Laverne 59, Clara City 43, and Barnum 56, Staples 53. So Laverne and Barnum will meet in the Class A Championship tomorrow. In AA Consolation play this morning, Minneapolis North 78, New Prague 66, and Edina defeated St. Cloud Tech 52-45 in overtime. So Edina and Minneapolis North will meet for the Class AA Consolation Championship tomorrow.
That shot by Mike Trost, 6'4" senior, averaging 11 points a game. He had 13 yesterday. And Woodbury draws first blood. They lead 2-0 over Chisago Lakes.
They're bringing Hazelquist, their center, way out on top against the zone, using him as a relay man to swing the ball from strong side to weak side.
There's going to be a foul on Woodbury, and it's a second foul on Bill Schiffler.
Here you see as the pass came, the ball was batted loose. Schiffler got there a step late, ran into the player. It's his second, and he's one man they can't afford to have in foul trouble. He keys their offense and defense.
Chisago Lakes with the ball. Hazelquist from the line. He is fouled by Trost. Woodbury committing fouls here in wholesale quantities.
3 quick fouls. He goes up for the shot. He went up straight for it. Then when he came down, he got Hazelquist across the wrist. You don't want to foul a jump shooter that far away from the basket.
Another two that free throw is good by Hazelquist. He's their big guy. He averages 22 points a game. 6'7" senior. He had 23 in the opening game. But they could put Chisago Lakes in the bonus very quickly here. We're tied 2-2, early going.
Picture for him on his free throw. Takes a deep breath, relaxes, follows through.
Woodbury trying to work it inside. Here's a foul on Chisago Lakes' Dean Thompson.
They got it into Mayhofer, and Thompson turned to try to dig it out. You can see the pass going inside. Thompson follows the pass into the post, which he's supposed to do, but he gets him across the arm.
Tom and Jim, we mentioned before the game that Woodbury coach Del Schiffler was here with the Melrose squad in '74. And if he could manage to get Woodbury into the championship and win the championship, it would be the first time that any coach has ever done that. That would be with the Class A team from Melrose in '74 and this team at '83 from Woodbury. But they're a long way from it yet, I guess.
And we have a foul out on top. It is on Steve Brattrud of Chisago Lakes.
They're putting good pressure on the point guard, and it's taking Woodbury out of their offense. He gives them a bump here. You got to see daylight between the offensive and defensive player, and the official didn't see it.
First foul on Brattrud. Turnaround jump shot off the back rim by Mayhofer, and Chisago Lakes has it.
Woodbury's strategy is to try to get Hazelquist in foul trouble. They're going to Mayhofer, but he hasn't been able to hit the turnaround shot.
4:55 remaining. First quarter. 2-2 the score. Both teams a little bit cold from the field here in the early going. That is to be expected. Nice looking fake jump shot. Rolls around and off. That was by Dean Thompson. Hazelquist on the rebound. That rolls off. And Woodbury coming off with it. Tim Cotaranta had got it. Here is a foul. It is on Chisago Lakes.
This was a good call. He stuck. You can see as Schiffler goes to the dribble, he sticks out his leg, and you can't do it. You got to keep the plane of your body. Your legs can't be wider than your shoulders.
Second foul on Scott Eichmann of Chisago Lakes. David Cox, their coach. They're in the Rum River Conference. Their record 21-2. They lost to Minneapolis De La Salle in this tournament as a Class A team. They've been eliminated. And they lost to Mora.
Woodbury's trying to hammer that ball inside every time, taking it to Hazelquist, and that time Mayhofer got it.
Good-looking turnaround jumper by 6'6" Jerry Mayhofer. He had 6 points yesterday. He averages 9 a game.
Chisago Lakes is going to keep their big fella up top and then break him down the lane.
That time they tried a little alley-oop pass over some giants, and you got to throw it very, very high. That's Schiffler. Bang! Woodbury leading 6-2. 3:50 remaining first quarter. Class AA semifinals.
Chisago Lakes putting 3 players on the baseline, which is good strategy because it flattens out the zone. Right there, it's a tough cover, and he scores.
Chisago Lakes needs that. Scott Eichmann from the corner, and it's 6-4 Woodbury. Driving all the way and missing is Cotaranda.
Here's a 3-on-1 situation.
See what they do with it. Pulling up at the free throw line and popping it in is Thompson.
Very heady play. He knew he couldn't go any further without charging it. He pulled up and hit the jump shot.
He looked at both wingmen, and then he said, it's up to me, and he did it. It's tied at 6.
He's under good control.
There's a shot all alone coming up short, and Chisago Lakes comes away with it. That shot was fired by Mayhofer.
They're going to give Mayhofer that shot that far away from the basket.
Driving down the lane, shoveling off the Hazelquist down under an end.
Good baseline move.
And Chisago Lakes has grabbed the lead. They were a Class A team last year. And
very
poised
team. Poised basketball team.
Woodbury. Driving. Shot good. Foul.
That looked like an NBA call. They gave him the continuation. You can see he takes Cotarandas takes the drive to the basket. He's fouled. It is a good call because he never came down before he released the shot. He's got a chance to complete the three-point play.
Cotaranda the basket. The foul is on Brattrud, his second. Tim Cotaranda, 6'3" senior, averages 8 points a game. He had 8 points in the quarterfinals yesterday. Shot good. And timeout on the floor with a score. Woodbury 9, Chisago Lakes 8.
The morning sun gets me out of bed. I wake up to the taste of milk. I've got a taste for something fresh. I've got a taste for the taste of milk.
Milk, the fresher refresher, with the taste that gets you up and going. Wouldn't a cold, smooth glass of milk taste good right now?
I've got a taste for a fresher taste. I've got a taste for the taste of milk.
Milk, the fresher refresher.
Behold the American husband. Painter, plumber, builder of bathroom additions. This is your decorator? Really, there's nothing that says a woman can't come down to Knox and buy her own decorating supplies. Our new display center has everything you need, including an expert to help with your questions. With Knox, you can put your house in order and your husband on a pedestal.
If indeed there is a sellout tonight, it'll be the first time that the tournament has been sold out here in this magnificent St. Paul Civic Center. Our congratulations to manager Marlene Anderson and her staff. Hosting another great tournament, of course, sponsored by the Minnesota State High School League. Chisago Lakes down by a point, 2:28 remaining first quarter. They have the ball.
They've changed their strategy. They put Hazelquist back inside now at the low post, and you can see he's double-teamed when he goes in there. It's going to be impossible to get the ball inside. They're going to have to make some of those short jump shots.
They looked like they were getting the ball to him when he was starting from outside and working down under. He picked up a couple of passes.
There, they tried from the top and got it intercepted. I think you'll see him swing them back outside again.
They're going to have to because they can pick at him with two players who are 6'6". Off the hands of Woodbury, and Chisago Lakes takes over.
Mayhofer's touched the ball every time that Woodbury's come down, except for the jump shot by Schiffler.
1:50 remaining in the first quarter. Woodbury leading by a point. Chisago Lakes, deliberate offense.
There's the shot they have to make, that short baseline jump shot.
Hazelquist cutting across, and he is fouled. I think he might have been hacked by Jerry Mayhofer.
As the ball is swung around to the top, it's a penetrating pass. Mayhofer goes for the interception, but he gets over the back of Hasselquist. Here's the out-of-bounds play. They're just playing a safe in against the zone.
First foul on Mayhofer. We're nearing the 130 mark. That hit the foot of Mike Trost. Chisago Lakes will inbound along the sidelines.
I think you'll see Dean Thompson start to look for his shot a little bit off the top as the ball is swung back to him here.
There's a feed inside Hasselquist. He muscles his way in for two.
Shot it through the double team, but he got it up high and kept it there and scored.
Quickly into the front court, Woodbury. Feed off to Schiffler. He comes up flat. Hasselquist has it. They release
quickly.
quickly.
Here's a 3-on-1 situation.
Two wings. They go to the left wing. In and out. It was Heilig.
They organized their break perfect. They got the two wingmen wide. They got the ball in the middle. Had a good scoring pass right here to the man on the left wing. He gets pushed on the way up. That was Troy Heilig on the shot.
Cotaranta picked up the foul, his first. Chisago Lakes leading 10-9, 1:03 left to go first quarter. Heilig at the free throw line, misses again. Errant pass, and Chisago gets it back. 57 seconds left to go. They will probably go for the final shot of the quarter. They lead by 1 point.
Against the zone, they're going to be patient. They'll either get the ball inside or they'll wait for the last jumper.
They have Mayhofer and Brocker paying a lot of attention to Hasselquist, who tried to feed off to Heilig, but it went to Schiffler. Schiffler behind the back dribble. It backfires. Shot up. No good. Schiffler with a rebound. Dangerous place to be dribbling behind your back.
Woodbury got such a great start yesterday against New Prague. Now they're struggling a little bit to get on track. They've had more turnovers than they had early in yesterday's ball game. Chisago Lakes has a lot to do with that.
Shot out right side, Mayhofer. It's no secret that Woodbury the favorite in this game, but the folks from Chisago Lakes feel if they can stay close to the fourth quarter, they can put a lot of pressure on the other team. Pressure like that from
Very
Hasselquist.
nice pass. Excellent pass.
And that is the end of the first quarter with the score, Chisago Lakes 12 and Woodbury 9.
When I find a car I like, I'll find a car loan I like at Twin City Federal. I like TCF's attractive rates, excellent terms, and the convenience of 51 TCF statewide offices. For a car loan or a loan for any worthwhile purpose, call TCF. Now this car I like.
I'm sorry, sir. This car is sold. Keys, please. Excuse us.
Sure.
You're reaching deep inside you for things you've never known. It's been tough, rough going, but you haven't gone alone.
Specialist Kevin Crowley is working with tomorrow's technology in the Army's newest tank.
The laser determines target range and feeds it to the computer. It's just incredible.
You can do it in the Army.
This is the last play to close the quarter. You see Dean Thompson takes a baseline moves. He gets squeezed off. A great drop back pass to Hasselquist. He takes it in and scores just to beat the buzzer and gives Chisago Lakes that 12-9 lead at the end of the first quarter.
They're trying to penetrate that baseline, and then Hasselquist will cut toward the basket trying to get a pass, and so far they've had some luck with it.
Good strategy against the zone.
Second quarter just about ready to get underway. Mayhofer jumping with Hasselquist. Woodbury with the ball. Cotaranta. Woodbury had some excellent balanced scoring in yesterday's win over New Prague, 59-42. They had a rather easy game.
A sagging man-to-man defense here by Chisago Lakes. They're really sagging off the perimeter, and Woodbury's reluctant right now to shoot that ball on the short jump shots.
There's the feed inside. Going up. Shot good. Nice looking shot there.
That's why they're reluctant to shoot the jump shots. They're going to get it inside and score. Good pass.
Mike Trost. He's 6'4". They have a big lineup. 6'6", 6'6", 6'4", and 2 6'3" players.
Nice pass to Nelson. Or was it Hazelquist? It was Hazelquist. Got fouled on the offside. Got pushed. Dean Thompson again throws the cross-court lob. Catches it just as he starts up. He gets whacked across the arm. It'll be a 2-shot foul.
Tell you, Hazelquist is giving him fits.
He's strong inside.
Got it. 2-point lead. Chisago Lakes. 7:09 remaining in the first half.
He got matched up with Brocker that time, who's also 6'6", but he went right up over the top of him.
Good again. Hazelquist came into the tournament with over 1,200 career points. Averages 22 a game. He had 23 yesterday. Schiffler trying to find somebody to hit. He has his third foul. Boy, that could change the whole complexion of this thing.
It really can. Dell's going to have to make a move and get him out. He had someone waiting at the scoring table already. You can see he's successful in beating his man. He goes by Eichmann, but he leaves the floor, which is the cardinal sin for a guard going to the basket, because as soon as you leave the floor, you can't change your route. And defense did an excellent job, stepped in front and accepted the charge.
Lee Bannett, 5'11", junior, comes in, so they lose some height and some obvious shooting ability. So Schiffler is just a dead-eye. And that free throw is good by Bratrud.
Bratrud made one of those plays that doesn't show in the scorebook as much, but drawing the third foul on Billy Schiffler was a big defensive play.
Up again and no good. Mayhofer with the rebound. 15-11. Chisago Lakes by 4. 6:50 remaining in the first half. Mayhofer. Ball batted away. Chisago racing into the front court.
Thompson wanted the shot, but he couldn't get it up over Mayhofer. There he takes
Thompson, not the kind of shot they wanted.
No, he forced it that time.
Chisago Lake's a lot smaller. They're 5'11", 5'10", 5'11", 6'1", and 6'7". And
offensive foul on Mayhofer. There will be no free throws here.
How about
it's a player control.
Second foul on Mayhofer.
You can see the penetrating move here by Kotoranis. Drops it off. Mayhofer drops the shoulder, and it is a charge. He charges into Dean Thompson.
Chisago Lakes also playing tonight with Steve Nelson, so he's 6'5". They've added some height to their attack, knowing full well they must. Chisago Lakes leading by 4. 6 minutes left in the half. Working the ball. Shot up. He had to hurry it. It was Eichmann. Foul on number 24, Bratrud of Chisago Lakes. His third foul.
He was going for the offensive rebound. It was kept alive by Hesselquist. Had a hand on it. He went in the second effort and got the foul. So it's 1-1 at the other end.
There you see. Good shot of the Woodbury band. 50, number 50 coming in for Chisago Lakes. Brian Peterson coming in for Nelson. Peterson, 6'3", sophomore.
It's a good Minnesota basketball name, Brian Peterson.
Yeah. Trost on the free throw. Gets them both.
Nice shooting for him. He concentrated, followed through.
And there's a timeout on the floor with the score. Chisago Lakes 15, Woodbury 13.
Last week at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Auto Show, thousands were dazzled by the new cars and trucks from Ford, the futuristic Probe 4 and Tempo, plus the stars of the show, the all-new Ford Thunderbird, the Crown Victoria, LTD, Mustang, Escort, EXP, Ranger 4x4, F-150 pickup, and the new Bronco 2. This week at your Twin Cities Northland Ford dealers, see the stars of the show priced for sale. The show is over, but the sale must go on.
Chisago Lakes, 21-2. During the year, they averaged 70 points offensively, give up an average of 45 a game. Woodbury, 22-0. They average 63 a game on offense and give up 43 on defense. Out of the St. Paul Suburban Conference, Chisago Lakes in the Rum River Conference. Chisago Lakes, they have a 10-game winning streak since they lost their last game, which was to Mora by 3 points.
Chisago staying with their same zone attack, trying to get 3 men down on the baseline, working Hazelquist in and out of the low post area. That time they broke him out to the corner a little bit, but he'll work back inside.
The defense cut off Heilig. He had notions of going inside.
Now they've got a 2-guard front against the zone, which is not bad because a 1-3-1 zone is vulnerable in those seams.
Rebound, walking will be called. Trying to get position there was Brian Peterson.
He saw the big, as he gets the ball inside here, it's the rebound. Hits the top, but that's still in play. He takes the ball up, shuffles his feet. He just felt Mayhofer behind him. He was afraid of the block.
Tom and Jim, you know, it's kind of interesting. Chisago Lakes, some very outstanding basketball players here, but there are also some outstanding students. All 6 seniors on the Chisago Lakes team are on the honor roll.
Woodbury's changed their attack now. They've gone to the 5-man passing game. They're going away from trying to drive the ball inside so much and look for those jump shots.
Brocker missed that one. Chisago Lakes quickly into the front court. Thompson, no chance to get a fast break going there. There's a rather close shot in by Eichmann, and the rebound is pulled out by Woodbury. That's Brocker.
We'll see if Woodbury comes back to their 5-man motion game, which is a series of picks across and breakouts. Here's the pick down by Mayhofer. He'll swing the ball.
In and out. Hazelquist rebounding.
I saw Del Scheffler look down at the floor. That's not the shot he wanted at that time.
4 minutes left to go first half. Chisago Lakes leading 15-13. Ball almost stolen. Good attempt in there by Trost. Hazelquist, good balance, a little bit long. Goes out of bounds. What will they call it? Chisago Lakes ball. There you see a Woodbury fan going all out, I might say.
A lot of excitement in the building tonight.
They're talking a standing room only crowd before this night is over to see this game and later on the Wilmer-Coon Rapids Classic matchup.
Well, those who are worried about the status of high school basketball in Minnesota can rest easy.
Turnaround jump shot. That was a great move there by Brian Peterson. He went the opposite way from way that a right-hander might normally go.
Exactly right. He felt the defensive pressure and turned away.
4-point lead, Chisago Lakes. Shot short, Codoranta. Scramble, whistle. No basket if it goes. A foul on Chisago Lakes. Dean Thompson, his second.
The call was made. The players didn't hear the whistle. They kept after it. Here's the shot. Codorantes takes the penetrating move. Comes back to Mayhofer, and across the wrist, Dean Thompson grabs him before he has the chance to put it back up.
Jerry Mayhofer averages 9 a game, 6'6" senior. Up and good. Mayhofer has 3 points here. We are at 3:15 remaining in the first half.
Want a picture of intensity? It's right here in concentration as he looks at that rim.
Got them both. A big guy with good touch at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
He willed those into the basket.
Chisago Lakes up by 2. 3:05 remaining in the half.
They're going to spread and try to bring Woodbury out of their zone now. They've gone to 3 men out and 2 on the side. The rule is the team that behind must send 2 out. They're getting the warning right now to play ball. If they don't come out, it's an automatic technical foul. The referee has given them the warning. They have to send 2 players out here, not 1, and he's got the count on 2.
What is the count? 5 seconds.
If it reaches 5 after the warning, it's an automatic technical. And you only have to give the warning once, and it stands for the rest of the half. So he doesn't have to give them another warning.
Both teams are in the bonus situation at the free throw line. 2:25 remaining. Chisago Lakes felt, as I mentioned earlier, if they could stay close going into the fourth quarter, put pressure on Woodbury, that they could spring an upset here tonight. So far, they've had things going their way. We're in the second quarter with 2:12 left.
Interesting move by Dave Cox to draw him out of the zone.
Oh, look at the strength of Hasselquist. He just threw the guy, and that's no little guy.
If Joe Salem's watching, I think he's found his defensive tackle.
That was Trost who went flying through the air. Timeout on the floor with his score, Chisago Lakes 17, Woodbury 15.
These Xerox and IBM copiers were made to do bigger jobs than the new Minolta EP300, but when Nationwide Consumer Testing Institute compared them just for copy quality, surprisingly, they found no difference. Why surprisingly? Because the Xerox sells for about $16,000, the IBM for about $22,000, and the Minolta for under $2,200. The Minolta EP300. But up to 10 times the price, we'd still look good.
Call Copy Duplicating Products for a demonstration.
Earth-shattering news from Burpee. Now, better gardening will be easier with Burpee garden tools.
Now at Midway Ford, all 83 Fords are $1 over a factory invoice, and 11.9% financing is still available. Follow the lights to Midway Ford in Roseville, open tonight till 11 p.m.
The big March sale. Right now, County Seat has Lee unwashed denim jeans and cords for guys. All styles just $14.99.
This is the last play of the half. Or you can say highlight just before the timeout. Throws it inside. The ball gets batted to the floor. Hasselquist gets a hold of it. That's a 2-point takedown in wrestling. He just showed you an example of his strength. It was not intentional. He was just trying to rip the ball away.
We have an intense battle going on here between 2 outstanding basketball teams.
We'll see if they try to pull them out of their zone again, and it looks like they're going to. They're going to back the ball out, make Woodbury come out and play them.
Out on top, Thompson back now to their double guard offense.
Woodbury's got to send 2 players out there. 1 does not meet the rule, and the official should be giving them the count right now.
1:40 remaining in the first half. Chisago Lakes leading 17-15. The game of catch right now.
As soon as the ball breaks the midcourt hash mark, then a new count begins. As long as they hold it out here, Woodbury must come get the ball. Dean Thompson eyed the basket, but decided against it. They're going to bring it back out. It's up to Woodbury to decide whether they're going to come out and play them or just settle back in their zone and let them play catch.
We're nearing the 1-minute mark of the half. Chisago Lakes putting frosting on the ball.
I think Del Scheffler's feeling is our ball handler's not in the game. He's got 3 fouls. I'd be happy to go in only 2 down at half, and let's get regrouped. So I think he'll stay back in this defense and concede the last shot of the half.
You know, Chisago Lakes had pretty good offensive momentum going. What they've done by doing this is put an end to that momentum.
Yeah, they have somewhat. Coach Cox made the decision that he was going to play for the last shot, try to draw them out of their zone. The count should be on right here. They're not penetrating midcourt, and Woodbury's only got 1 player out there. The rule says they must send 2. Yeah, Dell is up, just giving his team a countdown so they know.
10 seconds. The play will farm up now. Here's a shot by Chisago, and they can it.
They made it work. They took the gamble and made it work.
That was by Brad Eichmann. Wow, what a first half. And that is the end of the first half with the score. The surprising Chisago Lakes Trojans 19, the Woodbury Royals 15.
Years ago, my grandpa told me, a lone pine never grows as true as those that grow in twos. Because pines need each other to protect and help each other out. Then I knew. Pine trees are like people, aren't they?
And that's why 2 pine trees symbolize MSI Insurance, our agents and our customers. People helping people.
I know we're playing for fun, fellas, but let's get it right. Getting it right here takes practice. Getting it right financially doesn't. All it takes is a TCF insured cash management checking account. You get money market rates, insured safety, and it creates jobs in Minnesota. Okay, guys. 1, 2. Don't settle for second best.
Randy Shaver at courtside with Woodbury coach Del Schiffler. Del, did you expect to stall there in that second quarter?
Well, we weren't entirely disappointed by it because we had our top scorer on the bench, and we felt that if we could stay within 2 or 4 points, we're not going to be in too bad a shape. So we're hoping that he can come out strong in the third quarter for us and get a few buckets for us.
What are you going to tell the kids at halftime to get ready for the second half?
Well, basically what we have to do is they came with full court pressure, and we tried to pick up the pace a little bit. We're going to have to get into our man-to-man hole and keep working until we get the nice shot. I thought we were putting the ball up just a little bit too quick in the first and second quarters.
All right, good luck in the second half.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, let's go back upstairs.
Very quickly, a couple of NCAA basketball scores from the regionals. North Carolina State 48, Ohio State 42 in the second half. Villanova leading Iowa in the early going of their ball game in the first half. And this is the 1983 Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament.
Time is running out, so drop everything. And hurry on down to Toyota's Drop Everything sales event.
Wherever you see this sign, Toyota dealers are trying to sell 14,000 trucks, but they're going fast because they really do want a deal. So drop everything. And come on down. Trucks are at 82 sticker prices, and there are special incentives from Toyota to dealers that could save you big money. It's Toyota's big Drop Everything sales event, so drop everything and come on down.
Here, kitty. When you do things in a big way, like remodeling your home, getting a car, boat, college education, or taking a vacation, let TCF help with installment loans for most anything. TCF makes it easy with attractive rates and repayment plans, fast, efficient service, and 51 statewide offices. Here, kitty. A TCF installment loan is great when you're doing things in a big way. The nuts down here.
And there you see the Woodbury dance line here at the Civic Center. We're at halftime. Chisago Lakes leading Woodbury 19-15. And now we like to feature our entries into this state tournament, so we take you to Chisago Lakes, just north of the Twin Cities.
Situated in the midst of approximately 17 lakes and between the Sunrise and St. Croix rivers, the Chisago Lakes area is one of great beauty and charm. The land was at one time inhabited by the Chippewa Indians. It is from their language that Chisago takes its name. Chisaga, translated, means fair and lovely waters, and it is appropriate even today. The area was settled by Swedish immigrants and is still known as America's Little Sweden. This statue of Carl and Christina, characters from Oberg's novels about the area, commemorates our Swedish forefathers. 4 cities combine to form the Chisago Lakes area. They are Center City, Schaefer, Lindstrom, and Chisago City. All 4 cities are enjoying growth in industry, with new facilities being constructed each year. The support of this active community, a dedicated staff and administration, and progressive boards of education have combined to make Chisago Lakes Area Schools District 141 an outstanding school district. The district includes 4 separate school buildings: Chisago Lakes Primary, Lakeside Intermediate, the junior high, and the senior high. Geographically, it covers an area of nearly 89,000 acres in the southern part of Chisago County and the northern part of Washington County, and has a student enrollment in grades kindergarten through 12th of just over 2,000 students. The senior high offers a comprehensive curriculum of over 100 courses with a wide range of required and elective courses. Besides the basic curriculum, 3 foreign languages are offered, in addition to accelerated courses in English, math, science, and social studies. The fine arts are well represented with courses in music, speech, drama, and art. The fine arts program is proud of its award-winning arts works, musical groups, one-act plays, and declam teams. Over the past years, the fine arts has amassed numerous district, regional, and state trophies. The extremely successful vocational programs include office education, distributive education, building trades, auto mechanics, home ec, agriculture, and work experience for handicapped. The high school also boasts a beautiful media center open to classes and study halls. The athletic opportunities available number 18 varsity sports for boys and girls. Chisago Lakes is a member of the 10-school Rum River Conference and holds the title of Boys and Girls All Sports Champions for 1981-82 school year. The wrestling team is 1983 Region 7AA champion and recently competed in the state wrestling tournament. Currently, Chisago Lakes teams hold conference titles in hockey, football, and basketball. Chisago Lake schools are proud of their commitment to education and the numerous services they are able to provide for this community's most important natural resource, our young people.
The 1983 Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament will continue after station identification.
If you think the price of everything has doubled in the last 10 years, listen to this. ITA Vacations is offering Las Vegas this winter at prices comparable to 10 years ago. Round-trip airfare via AirCal charter service from just $169, and airfare and 3-night hotel stay from just $189. At these prices, you can afford a winter vacation in sunny, entertaining Las Vegas. See your travel agent today and ask for Las Vegas, the ITA Vacations way.
Being number 1 in radios doesn't mean Goodyear offers you only one radial tire. We give you a choice, and right now we're offering 2 of our best radials on sale. Goodyear's Tiempo all-season steel-belted radial and Goodyear's custom poly-steel steel-belted radial. 2 different radials for different kinds of drivers. The choice is yours, and so are the savings. Come to Goodyear's Driver's Choice radio sale now. Tiempo and custom poly-steel on sale now through April 2nd.
Save with number 1, Goodyear. At Suburban Chev in downtown Hopkins, you'll find 200 sale-price cars and trucks at 11.9% financing till March 31st, including 40 new Chevettes and 22 Citations.
9 killed in a bus accident in Arkansas, 4 students and 5 teachers, and a winter storm bearing down on Minnesota. That and more later tonight.
We return you to the St. Paul Civic Center and the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament.
We're here at halftime. It is 19-15, Chisago Lakes leading Woodbury. Let's go down to the floor now on a very special interview.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tom. With me, Julie Pearl, the one, the only. You're no stranger to Minnesota basketball, are you, Julie?
Well, I've been around a long time, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. Both the high school tournament and of course, at the university, the Gophers.
How long have you been working over at the university now?
Well, if I really told you, everybody'd think I'd be quite old, but it's been about, it's 40 years or better.
In that time, I'm sure you've seen some outstanding athletes, haven't you?
Yes, some very fine athletes, and it's quite a thrill to see some of them play in this high school tournament and then come to the university and become very good Big Ten players. We've had quite a few of those. Recently, of course, McHale and Thompson, and now Brewer, and before that you had fellas like Lou Hudson. We've had some outstanding athletes at this high school tournament develop into very fine players.
Any one moment that you remember in all your years at the university that stands out more than any other?
Well, we were playing Purdue one night in the old Williams Arena before they divided it. And we were, I think the score was tied, or we were 1 point behind. And there was about 10 seconds to play or less. And Willie Warhol took a shot from the exact center line, and we won the game by 1 point. Now that I'll never forget.
How about in state tournament play? Anything there?
Well, state tournament play, there's been so many wonderful plays over the years. It's hard to recall one. I'd have to sit down and study a little bit, some of the old programs.
How long does it take you to prepare for one of these state tournaments? So many numbers and names. Does it take you a long time? I would imagine by now it's old hat.
No. I've been doing it so long that you know what you're going to have to do, so it's very easy. I make up the score sheet. I keep score. And I have all the numbers, all the players written down so that there's no delay, so we can keep the game moving. What I don't like is when the referees have to come over and give me a lot of fingers and then tell me somebody that they called a foul on over here. That delays the game. And I'm thinking about those people that paid their toll. They want a good show.
I noticed that you're also doing Gopher football games. Do you do anything other than announcing for the football and basketball games?
Well, I've made my life in the convention bureau business. I ran a convention bureau in St. Paul for many years. And that got me started to bring the tournament to St. Paul many years ago. And then, of course, I went to Minneapolis. And I ran the convention bureau over there for many years, and now I'm with the convention decorating. I'm a consultant to Brady Incorporated. We put in the exhibits at conventions all over America.
All right, Julie, it's always...
Now that'll make a living. This is my recreation. This is my fun. This is how I stay young.
It's a lot of fun for us, too. Keep up the great work, and thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Let's go back up to Tom and Jim. All right, Jeff Passolt with the one and only, one of my favorite people, Julie Pearl. This is the 1983 Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament.
I'm Dick Bramer for the Minnesota Twins, and I'd like to ask you what you like best about baseball. A lot of hitting? Strong pitching? Maybe good defense? Come to the April 5th opener against Detroit, and you'll find what you like. Call the Twins at 375-1116.
All right, Randy Schraber here with Dave Cox, the head coach of Chisago Lakes. Dave, you slowed the ball down in the second quarter. It paid off for you. Will we see more of that in the second half?
Well, if the situation dictates it, we're ready to spread it out again. We wanted to get the lead. We wanted to frustrate them a little bit, and I think we've succeeded in doing that. We do still want to try to run the fast break as much as we can. We missed some layups off the break. I think we missed two the first half, and a couple of good shots on the break. If they'd have fallen, we'd have had a bigger lead, but we're real pleased so far.
All right, good luck in the second half, Dave. Thanks for stopping by. Let's go back upstairs to Tom Ryder.
All right, I have a hockey score in the first period. University of Minnesota Gophers 1, Harvard 1, and I might add that if the Gophers win this, they'll be playing for the national championship, and Joe Boyle, formerly of our staff, is there doing the game for cable. And Joe will be doing interviews for us, and we'll have those for you on Sunday night. Jim, anything in the stats you see there?
Well, the shooting percentage is 7 for 17 for Chisago Lakes, but 3 for 5 for Hazelquist. He scored 10 points and had 6 rebounds, so he's the offensive story for Chisago Lakes. On the other side, 1 for 2 for Billy Schiffler, who's been our leading scorer all year long. He got early foul trouble, only took 2 shots and made 1 of them. Myhofer on the inside was 1 for 8. Rebounds even, low turnover game, 4 turnovers for each team. So it was a game in which they were very conservative, very cautious, looked for the good inside shots.
Hasselquist walking around, shaking hands with all the Woodbury players, wishing them good luck. Then he'll go out there and muscle them half to death. The guy is
he's
really
telling
strong.
them good luck in the consolation game.
He's a confident young man. Hasselquist, Myhofer, and Woodbury with a tip. They're down by 4. The second half is underway. Would you believe we have another great game after this with Wilmer and Coon Rapids? Shot, a good-looking shot there by Mike Brocker.
Great way to start the half. Chisago Lakes came back man-to-man. Woodbury sticking in their zone, their 1-3-1 zone.
First 2 points of the game for Brocker. He's 6'6". He averages almost 14 a game. He had 14 points last night against Minneapolis North. Turnover traveling. They'll go the other way.
He got the pass behind him. There's not much he could do. He made a good save just to catch the ball.
There'll be a sellout crowd here tonight. The first time the Civic Center will have ever been sold out for state tournament basketball, which means that with standing room, they'll probably be close to 17,000.
Hasselquist is just playing goalie inside. He's not going out with Mayhofer at all.
They wanted help from Brocker, and they're getting it. And it's tied 19 all. Chisago Lakes with the ball. The Trojans. Hasselquist are keeping him outside, trying to work him inside for passes.
They've got a two-guard front here and three on the baseline. They got to penetrate the top seam, just like Thompson started to do that time. Ball is kicked. Chisago Lakes will get it back.
Schiffler kicked it. He's the coach's son, outstanding basketball player. And he has 3 fouls on himself right now, so he has to think about that.
Got to get this ball swung from side to side quicker. Each time you dribble it, the defense makes an adjustment.
Quick jump shot fired up by Scott Eichmann. Rebound, Hasselquist. Easy layup, and he pops it in.
Really aggressive rebound. Kept it alive the first time, tipped it to himself, and then scored it.
Into the front court, Schiffler. Podoranta. Mayhofer hesitated, then drove, then missed. Hasselquist has it.
He's having a tough shooting night.
I think that Mayhofer was shocked to see that the open lane was there on the right side. That one by Dean Thompson, and Chisago Lakes leads again by 4, 23-19.
One of the toughest shots to make in basketball is when they refuse to guard you. We had a few guys on the Gophers that are familiar with that. And as you can see, Hasselquist is 15 feet away from Mayhofer when he gets the ball on the outside.
There's a foul going to be called on an aggressive play by Dean Thompson, but he must have gotten a piece of the hand.
Dean doesn't believe it. He thought he had all ball, but the referee was 4 feet from the play, and I'm sure it was a call.
And he has 3 fouls on him.
Dean is still pleading his case.
Mayhofer at the line. 2 out of 3 from the line so far. Rolls off. Third quarter, 5.5 minutes left. Chisago Lakes leading by 4. Missed them both. Rebound, scramble. Shot no good. That was fired up by Woodbury's Trost. Traveling.
Yeah, he went too far and couldn't maintain his pivot foot. He did drag it and got called for the travel.
Podoranta quickly into the front court. Whips it out along the baseline. Shot blocked. Mayhofer muscles his way in. Cannot cash in. And that one is up and good.
Persistence paid off for Mayhofer. I'm happy to see something go down for Jerry. He's been working so cussed hard and nothing's been dropping for him.
He's a big kid, 6'6", a lot of muscle.
A hard-working basketball player. Back in more of a 2-3 alignment right now. They're keeping Mayhofer on the inside. Now they're back to a 1-guard front. A little bit of a match.
The pass set that play up. Hitting the basket was Troy Heilig, but that pass was quickly snapped to him. Had the zone way on the right. Heilig was open on the left.
Woodbury's trying to force tempo here. They did that time. Got the ball inside. Mayhofer got fouled. But I'm sure Coach Schiffler has told them to get that ball up into the offensive end before they get their defense set. We'll see it here, an example of how this is Kodoranis just forcing the ball up, comes to a 2-foot jump stop, drops it inside to Mayhofer, and he gets fouled.
Ryan Peterson, the sophomore, 6'3", with a foul. His first foul, and Mayhofer in a bit of a slump at the line. He's missed 3 straight. That ends his bad slump. Timeout on the floor with the score. Chisago Lakes 25, Woodbury 22.
There's a new Bronco out of the Ford stable. The new 4x4 Bronco 2.
It's about the toughest little trucking bronco ever to come out of the chute. I tell you, we're going to draw for him, and you can win. Come into your participating Northland Ford dealer before April 2nd and fill out an entry plan. That's all you do. It's not a national contest, so your chances are pretty good that come drawing time, that could be you riding a new Bronco, too.
Open air, all the fresh food there gives me a taste for milk. I've got a taste for something fresh. I've got a taste for the taste of milk.
Milk, the fresher refresher. Only a taste this fresh can make you feel this good. Wouldn't a cold, smooth glass of milk taste good right now?
I've got a taste for a fresher taste. I've got a taste for the taste of milk.
Milk, the fresher refresher.
All right, we're back live at the St. Paul Civic Center. Jeff Passel along with Randy Shaver courtside. Going to mention the scores again from earlier today. In consolation play, Class A, Lake City defeated Little Fork Big Falls 61-40. Brooklyn Center over De La Salle 63-61. So Lake City and Brooklyn Center will meet in the consolation championship. In Class A championship play, Laverne 59, Clara City 43, and Barnum 56, Staples 53. So Laverne and Barnum will meet in the Class A championship tomorrow. In Class AA consolation play today, Minneapolis North over New Prague 78-66. Edina over St. Cloud Tech 52-45. And of course, Class A championship play going on right now.
Chisago Lakes alley-oop. Hazelquist got it.
That was set up at the timeout. You could see him looking for that lob, and it was executed perfectly from Dean Thompson to Hazelquist.
Hazelquist with 14 points. The shot fired up. Rolls off. Boy, I tell you, Woodbury really cold. Eichmann missed on that one. 27-22. Chisago leading. Feed down under. Bang. A foul. Traveling. No. Traveling. No foul.
He did get fouled, but the travel had already been called, so the foul couldn't be committed unless it was flagrant, and that one wasn't.
That was Heilig who hit the deck and was called for traveling.
Somehow Woodbury's got to get Bill Scheffler involved in the offense. He's only got 2 points. He's their leading scorer on the year with 18, and he's not getting any shots.
Look at Hazelquist. Blocks Brocker's shot.
Woodbury's changed, and they put Catarana at the point guard, and are playing Scheffler down on the wing, and they're probably going to have to get him back up on the point. Here he comes now up to the point. Picks back down for Catarana.
Woodbury desperately looking for the right combination. That shot up and good by number 34, Mike Trost. He has 8 points.
He's done a good job of hanging Woodbury in there. Made some very key baskets for them.
3-point game. Chisago Lakes up by 3. 3:05 left, third quarter. This touch last by Woodbury's number 40, Tim Catarana. He doesn't agree with that, but that was the call.
Joe Scheffler is telling his players to get their hands up and move in the zone. They're standing too much. They've got to put a little more pressure on the basketball.
There's a pass. It was intended to be high, but certainly not that high. It was intended for Brian Peterson. It whistles out of bounds.
That brought a stomp of the foot from Coach Cox. 5-second call.
Will they get it in?
And the foul.
And here is a foul going to be called on Dean Thompson, number 4 on him.
They had to be right on the edge of the count because the count continues until the ball is touched in bounds, and they had the long pass.
Brad Eichmann comes in for Thompson. Brad Eichmann.
We've got Scheffler back at the top guard now. He's going to penetrate and look for the jumper.
Fires it up and in, and he suddenly comes to life.
A couple of those, and it's going to be a whole different basketball game.
1 point lead, Chisago Lakes. 2:36 remaining, third quarter. Tom Ryther, Jim Dutcher, here high atop the St. Paul Civic Center. Randy Shaver, Jeff Passolt. They are courtside, right at midcourt. Pass almost got away. That's Bratrud with it. Scott Eichmann. Hazelquist. Rebound is pulled out of there by Mayhofer, and Woodbury could take the lead.
Mayhofer said, my jump shot won't go, but I can still rebound.
Scheffler, a 17-footer. And Woodbury has grabbed the lead for the first time in a long time.
It's not only 2 points, it's your best basketball player suddenly scoring 2 in a row, and that picks up your whole ball club.
Hazelquist. Get a nice blind pass there. Here's a shot from the right side. Short. It was attempted by Brad Eichmann. Woodbury now has picked up, and the momentum has them at a 1-point advantage. That's Bill Schiffler.
He can't get an offensive foul here. He's got to be careful with the ball.
Mike Trost. Foul on
Offensive
Trost.
foul, yeah.
His second.
I thought it was a travel before the charge because he did drag his foot. You'll see he'll start the drive here. Drags his foot. It is a travel, but then he charges, and they call the foul.
What a ball game. 1:21 remaining, third quarter, and to think the so-called battle of the giants remains between Wilmer and Coon Rapids.
Yeah, it's another great one coming up. In this ball game, it seems like Chisago Lakes has been carrying the play, but all at once it's a 1-point basketball game, and they've got to be a little concerned because Woodbury shot only 29% the first half, and when you can shoot 29% and stay in the ball game, you got to think better things are coming.
I think that Chisago Lakes believes that if Woodbury would pull ahead of them by about 8 points, that the game could get away from them.
I believe that's right, and the key thing right now is to try to draw that fourth foul on Bill Schiffler. And I think Coach Cox is telling him, if Schiffler's in your area, take the ball to the basket and give him a chance to foul you.
Hello to our network stations. KAAL in Austin, Minnesota. KDLH in Duluth. KCMT Television in Alexandria. And KTTC in Rochester, Minnesota. And, of course, the flagship station, WTCM Channel 11, Minneapolis-St. Paul.
They're getting Hazelquist back up top. They're in the same alignment now they started the ball game in.
Big basket there by Bratrud. And Chisago Lakes has regained the lead by a point.
Good coaching move by Cox. He changed his alignment, and they came right out and scored.
Schiffler looking for the screen, finds it, can't cash in. Hazelquist high into the air.
Big-time rebound.
(29-28). Chisago Lakes.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
We're going to hold the ball out and draw them out of their zone with a 1-point game, but they're just looking for last shot. There's 35 seconds to go, and they want the last one. The referee is giving the warning now to Woodbury to come out and play.
28 seconds left in the quarter. Bratrud.
That's where you don't want to take it. It's down in the corner. You got to keep it out top here.
Suddenly you have the baseline and the sideline, your enemies.
Right. They can trap you too easily there.
Jim, I wonder if you could answer a question. I noticed in region play that Woodbury had some low-scoring games. Is that kind of the word on Woodbury, to kind of stall a little bit and they'll get frustrated? Or
I think that they've got a tendency to want to come down and take those shots, and when Mehofer isn't hitting on the inside, they can be in a little bit of problem.
What a ball game, and that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Chisago Lakes 29, Woodbury 28.
Meet John Patton, U.S. Sled Dog Racing Champion. We're heading out to get John a TCF installment loan. Even up here it's easy because TCF has 51 statewide offices. What's the loan for, John?
For dog food, Lurch. These guys can really pull it away.
Installment loans at TCF.
All right, hey!
On Dancer, on
Hey,
Panzer.
Bob, these are dogs, not reindeer.
Oh, on Spot, on Rover, on Fido, on Old Blue.
Bring your dream along with you when you bring your family to the complete original sports show.
See the latest in boats and motors, fishing tackle, RVs, vacations, and camping. Plus a sensational stage show featuring Sparky the Wonder Seal.
Bring your dream along with you to the complete original sports
The
show.
Northwest Port Show, March 25th through April 3rd, Minneapolis Auditorium.
We had a wonderful girls basketball tournament last week. Albany winning the AA championship, Henderson the Class A championship. We have more great action here in the boys tournament. Chisago Lakes Jim, I think has surprised a lot of people. Here we are going into the fourth quarter, and they lead by a point.
They're playing with a lot of poise. On the other side, I think Woodbury's encouraged. He only scored 15 in the first half, and they got 13 in the third quarter. So they've got to feel that they're starting to get some offensive flow into their attack.
Hazelquist made the round, shook hands with everybody again.
He's a politician.
He's running for office, I tell you. Schiffler gets the tip.
Almost stepped on the center line, but didn't.
Cotaranta with the ball. Schiffler all alone. Can't get it. Myhofer got it. And Woodbury has a lead. 30-29. We've just opened the fourth quarter. The AA semifinals. The winner will go to the championship game tomorrow night.
Coming back with the spread with Hazelquist high. As the ball goes down, he'll break down the lane as soon as it's shot. And out of the zone, it's very difficult to screen him off the board. He's not looking to shoot that. He wants the good route to the rebound.
Chisago Lakes playing a very deliberate offense, and an errant pass goes out of bounds, and Woodbury will take over. There you see Coach Cox. Chisago Lakes talking to his players. He had the ball. He was going to give him the ball until he made his point.
Right. That's a good move by Chisago Lakes to pressure the point guard in the one-guard front. It takes you out of the flow of your offense because he can't look around and pick out the open man. They're going to give Jerry that shot, but he turns it down. Right back to him. You can see Hazelquist is not even guarding him. He's playing back, just guarding the basket on the inside.
Boy, talk about heavy traffic coming out of there as Cotaranta. He wisely came out of there. He did not have a shot. Schiffler was kind of an off-balance shot, and he hit it. He was falling backwards.
They were patient enough to get the ball in the hands of their jump shooter, and it paid off for them.
He has come to life. He has 8 points. Woodbury leads by 3 with 6:36 remaining in the fourth quarter. Hazelquist.
Going to have to get him back down inside.
18-footer, look at that.
I see that. He makes it.
The big guy with good touch from out court.
The danger with that is if it doesn't go, you've used up your best rebounder.
Here's a shot. Cotaranta fires it in, and Woodbury grabs the three-point lead back.
Different Woodbury team offensively now. They can feel it. They're confident. They're looking for those jump shots.
Hazelquist. 18-footer. Bounds around. Look at that. It's going to sit up there. That was by Bratrud. Jump ball will be called.
Yeah.
Schiffler thought that he might have it, but they had held on to it long enough. There you see some of the fans. There's Del Schiffler, coach at Woodbury. No stranger to winning. He came into this game with 208 career wins.
He won the state championship up at Melrose with the great Mark Olberding.
Tip. Grabbed off. Chisago Lakes.
They need a basket right here, and they're going to be patient. Dean Thompson's looking over the defensive set, which is a good move here. They're rotating Bratrud up top. There's the shot.
Thompson a little bit short on it. Hazelquist goes
Good
up
rebound.
and got it. Boy, what a story he is. 18 points.
They called on their big man, and he delivered for them.
No matter how this game turns out, Hazelquist has been great. Here's a shot down under, and a foul is on Chisago Lakes. Trying to get the shot off was Trost. He was fouled.
This is he faked the jump shot, dropped it inside. Hazelquist went for the block, got part of the ball, but also his momentum carried him into Trost, and he's going to get the 2 free throws.
First foul on Hazelquist. What a game he's played. Shot, no good.
He didn't take his time on that one. He's just got to take his time. He's got 10 seconds after he's handed the ball to take the shot. Much more patient this time. Better looking free throw.
And we have a 2-point ball game. Woodbury leading. Timeout on the floor with the score. Woodbury 35, Chisago Lakes 33.
And to make it easier for customer response, this ad has your toll-free 800 number at the bottom. good, but the 800 number should be bigger.
Certainly, bigger 800.
Put it on all our pens and pencils.
Pens and
the
pencils.
yellow pages.
Yellow pages, brilliant.
Get that toll-free number into all of our ads. That's what rings up sales.
Exactly, Mr.
Remember, as the phone rings, so rings the cash register.
Wish I'd said that.
Northwestern Bell 800 service. It's the way to get things done today.
Starting today, forget what you know about other lawnmowers, because Lawn Boy has totally redesigned their mower from the grass up to work better with the way your body works. New effort-saving design for easier starting, comfortable fingertip blade control, plus an especially durable, long-lasting engine. The Blade Control Lawn Boy. There's never been a mower like it. Lawn Boy. As time goes by, you'll know why.
For name of closest Lawn Boy dealer, call toll-free 1-800-LB-MOWER.
There's a young rooter of today and tomorrow. We're going to have a capacity crowd here, standing room only at the Civic Center, and that'll be, as far as we know now, the first time that the Civic Center has ever been sold out for a state basketball tournament game. It's been very close on occasions, but tonight was really an ideal setup with Chisago Lakes and Woodbury, and then the Battle of the Giants, Wilmer and Coon Rapids.
You get your number 1 and 2 rated teams playing on the same night, Coon Rapids and Woodbury. You've got the great interest in Wilmer and Paul Vandenheide. You got a Cinderella team in Chisago Lakes. Everything's there for a great night of basketball.
5:12 remaining regulation time. Chisago Lakes trailing by 2. They can tie it. Out on top, Dean Thompson.
Got a real battle going inside with Mayhofer and Hazelquist. They're bumping each other around.
Darren Sedletsky in for Chisago Lakes. They have done a lot of substituting.
Mayhofer's got a hold of him right now, and the play hasn't even started.
He goes to the drinking fountain. He'll probably go there with him as well.
I don't believe they're going to let him get away with holding him on the inside.
Driving, Thompson smacked the ball away, and Chisago Lakes comes back with it. Bratrud.
Got to get the ball swung to the other side of the floor. Get it over to the other side, and he'll get a good passing lane.
Scott Eichmann then shovels it out to Bratrud.
There it is. Now they'll get a passing lane to the inside.
Thompson.
Right there.
Inside Hazelquist. 12-footer. Partially blocked, and Woodbury gets it back. Woodbury with a 2-point lead and 4:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bill Schiffler gets the screen, misses. Rebound.
Over the top, rebounding foul. A key stat in this game, that's only the second team foul, so they've got 2 more to give before they go into the 1-and-1. Woodbury shooting the bonus, but they've only committed 2 team fouls.
Brocker, his second foul for Woodbury. So Chisago Lakes, they have a chance to tie it again. They have played a great game here tonight. Down the lane, Thompson fires it up. Scramble, foul. It'll be on Chisago Lakes.
It'll be 1-and-1 at the other end of the floor. A very aggressive play by Eichmann. Unfortunately, he committed the foul.
His third.
Here's the drive by Thompson down the lane. You can see the rebounding battle. Trost got there first. Eichmann comes in over the top and commits the personal.
If somebody has position on you, if you try to go over the top, invariably you're going to be called.
Yeah, and it's hard to condemn players for being aggressive. You want them to go after that ball, and if they do, they're going to commit those kind of fouls on occasion.
Trost at the free throw line. Got it. He has 10 points. Woodbury, a 3-point lead. We have 3:38 remaining fourth quarter.
Trost has had a very strong game. Mike has been on the boards. He's hit some key free throws.
Missed that one, and the rebound is pulled out of there. Thompson.
They've got to go to their big man right now.
Thompson is playing with 4 fouls on him. He has to watch it.
Regardless of the passes that's made, they got to get it to Hazelquist.
Down the lane, the ball was batted away, and palming the ball.
Yeah, called the double dribble on him. He got both hands on the ball at the same time.
He knew what he wanted to do, but those hands came flying in there, and
If Woodbury scores here, you'll see a timeout called, and Coach Cox will say, hey, we got to use our horse.
There's a feed inside to Myhofer, back out to Brocker. Brocker tried to sweep around the lane, but they cut him off. Myhofer holds it. Brocker inside, shot up and good.
Woodbury. Looking to double team the ball. They're going to face guard and try to prevent the inbounds pass. Shipley. Very patient out. Great effort by Chisago
Really?
Lakes. Woodbury showing their class by overcoming a poor shooting night and still managed to build a lead.
Almost a steal. And they bring it back out on top. They're forcing the defense to come out. Schiffler.
They're to the point now where they're going to have to start taking some fouls. They can't let them eat up much more time. It's just determining who they want to foul. And Myhofer would be the logical player.
Foul on Bratrud. His fourth foul. 1:48 remaining, fourth quarter. Woodbury leading 38-33.
These are pressure free throws. Even a good free thrower is liable to miss them in this situation. And I think Cotarana overall is a pretty good free thrower.
See, what has he done so far tonight? And now here is a message about drug abuse.
Just a little while ago, there I was. Car full of buddies, cruising, radio blasting, a little drinking, you know. Well, that was a little while ago. Nobody wants to be around for the music I gotta face now. Worse than that even. Dad's car. Drinking and driving. Me. Stupid. Hi, Dad.
Play it smart. Don't drink and drive.
We were about to look up what Cotarana has done. He has 5 points. He's 1 out of 1 from the free throw line. Woodbury, they've done, as Jim says, an excellent
fouls, but he's not fouled at all here in the second half. And now he's not so worried about it. He can
Shot up. No good. Rebound, Hasselquist. Chisago Lakes, they need a three-point play to get right back into it.
They've got time to get a decent shot. They tried to go to their big man. Got it intercepted by Mayhofer.
Risky pass in this situation. They didn't quite get it up enough.
Woodbury doesn't want any shots now except layups. Layups are free throws.
Schiffler. Fouled. Obvious foul by Scott Eichmann. His fourth.
I know he didn't want to foul Schiffler, but they had a one-guard top, and he was the only one handling the ball, so he didn't have much choice. He had to foul him. They'll keep the ball out of the hands of Mayhofer here as much as they can.
Schiffler will go to the line. He has 10 points on the night, well below his average. He averages 18. The most he's ever had in a game is 28. Jim, what's this we hear that you would like to move to the Metrodome instead of Williams Arena?
Oh, you can't believe everything you read, I guess. No, I think there are times, Tom, when we're limited with good seats. We can get 17,000 into Williams Arena, but 2,000 of those people can't see the basketball game because of obstructed or partially obstructed seats. And our fans have been super. They've continued to buy those obstructed seats, and I think they deserve better. And if we can play a selected game or two where they get better seating and we can accommodate more Gopher basketball fans, then we'd like to investigate that possibility.
38-33, Woodbury. They've come from behind to take this 5-point lead. We have a minute 22 remaining in the fourth quarter. And don't forget, we have the battle of the Giants next. Wilmer and their 7-footer, Vandenheide, against Coon Rapids' Tom Copa, who is 6'10". Free throw rolls out of there by Schiffler.
They've missed 2 in a row, and Del Schiffler just had a big sigh over on the bench.
Thompson.
Need a basket here.
There again is that trying to force it into Hasselquist, traveling.
Called the travel. They just can't force it in there right now. The only thing available to them is the short jump shot. Woodbury's got it packed back in so far that they just can't get it in there.
There's a foul on number 42, Chisago Lakes, Darren Sedleski.
Here's the ball got in bounds. He played for the interception, didn't get there, and ran over Brocker. So Brocker's going to try it now. Schiffler had a chance, and Clotorana had a chance. They both missed the front end of a 1-and-1, so Mike Brocker's going to give it a try.
Brocker has but 4 points. He averages 14 a game. He got it. 1:09 remaining, fourth quarter. 39-33 Woodbury. The Royals with a 6-point lead. I think that matches their biggest lead. That was early in the ball game.
He's got great concentration at the free throw line. Makes them both. That makes it a 7-point lead, and makes it where you've got to have 4 possessions to go ahead.
Brattrud. We are at 1 minute right now. Trying to force it into Hasselquist again, and the Royals have it. There's almost a steal and a foul on Chisago Lakes. Brattrud. He'll foul out.
Came from behind and almost had a clean steal, but Schiffler regained control of the ball and drew the foul. Chisago Lakes has turned the ball over the last 3 times down the court, and in this situation, you've got to get a shot at the basket.
They played a fantastic game, and we get down inside the final 2.5 minutes when they really need to work on the fundamentals, make sure the passes are going to be on their mark, and that's when they hit the snag. But I'll tell you, other than that, they have been superb.
They've given a great effort. They led at the end of the quarter 12-9. They led at the end of the half 19-15. It was 29-28 at the end of 3 quarters. They've given a superb effort.
Next one rolls out of there. Schiffler with 11. Foul.
No, they're looking at each other. They said, "What do you have?" He said, "What do you have?"
What do you think?
They're going to vote. Here's the pass. You got to give him 1 step. It's called time and distance. Was Schiffler planted or wasn't he?
Schiffler got it. He drew the foul.
No, the foul was on Schiffler. They're not 1-1 yet. That's only the 4th team foul. Next one, they'll go 1-1.
48 seconds remaining. Time running out on this gallant Chisago Lakes team. Beautiful shot.
The shot they had to take.
41-35, Woodbury.
Take the foul now.
Behind
take
the back.
It now.
Still not fouling.
Got to take it.
No time to play it safe now. 26 seconds left, and they foul Schiffler.
What you get into in that situation, your coach that to foul a particular player, but he doesn't handle the ball, and so then you can't be picky. You got to foul the first man you can get to.
And you know that Coach Schiffler thinking about that, so he wanted his boy to have it.
Yeah, he wanted to keep it in the hands of the good free throwers.
Boy, oh boy, this has been a dandy. A dandy.
Well, it just builds toward the climax of the big one that follows this ball game, Wilmer and Coon Rapids. And the winner of that against Woodbury, it's going to be a great final tomorrow night.
Winner of this game, and right now it looks very much as though it's going to be Woodbury, would go into the finals. And, of course, earlier today in Class A, we had Laverne over Clara City, 59-43. And then Barnum remained unbeaten. They defeated Staples 56-53. So tomorrow at 3 o'clock, it'll be Barnum and Laverne for the A championship, preceded at 1 o'clock by the third place game between Clara City and Staples.
Dave Cox has got his ball club gathered around him. He's telling them, we got to get it down there. We got to get the first shot that shows itself, and then if we got a timeout, take it. If we can intercept off the press, take the foul immediately, make them come down and do it at the free throw line.
Schiffler with 11 points. 1 out of 3 from the line. 1 out of 3. Shot up. He got it.
Moves it to a 7-point lead.
26 seconds remaining, as you see at the top of your screen. He got them both.
Dean Thompson's going to try to take it to the basket. Got shut off, so he took the jumper.
Came pretty close. Turnaround shot, no good. That was by Sedleski. Woodbury with the ball. 12 seconds. It is over here. And Trost is fouled by number 22 of Chisago Lakes, Troy Heilig.
Got to give Chisago Lakes high marks for a fine effort. Their game plan was solid. They played excellent defense throughout most of the game. They just met a Woodbury team that's got great depth, outstanding personnel, and they got their game together in the second half.
Woodbury will remain unbeaten at 23-0. Chisago Lakes, pretty nifty record. They'll go to 21-3. 5 seconds left. Trying to gun it under. Trost has it, and that's it. Woodbury coming from behind to grab the 10-point victory. 45-35 over a fired-up Chisago Lakes Trojan squad. So Chisago Lakes will move into the third-place game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, where they'll play the loser of the Wilmer-Coon Rapids game. Woodbury, 23-0, will play the winner of that game.
Great defensive effort the second half. They had 19 at halftime, ended up with 35, and Woodbury got on track. They had 15 at half and got their offense in gear the second half, and still a low-scoring game. And if someone just looks at the score on the paper, they say, well, Woodbury by 10, it was easy. And it wasn't that kind of basketball game. It was anything but easy.
Capacity crowd reported to be on hand here tonight, and for sure they will be for this one. Let's go down to the floor.
All right, Tom, I'm down here at courtside with the Schifflers and a happy group of that. Dell, congratulations, big win.
Well, thank you. We made a lot of work out of it, but you got to give Chisago a lot of credit. They came with full court pressure, but I thought we handled it much better the second half.
Okay, with me is also Billy. Billy, congratulations, big win for you.
Thank you.
Undefeated, heading into the championship game, pretty exciting, I'll bet.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Their bracket was supposed to be favored. The bottom bracket was supposed to be favored, but I think if we play well, we pull it together and everything, I think we're going to win.
Do you have a choice, Coon Rapids or Wilmer?
No, I don't care. Either one of them. I'm just glad to be in it right now. Tomorrow, I'm just going to go out and play my hardest.
Congratulations. Well, do you have a choice at all, Coach?
No, not really. Both teams are good ball clubs. They both got good big men. I think either team's going to give us trouble with their big men, but we hope that our other four guys can balance that off a little bit.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back upstairs.
Okay, that's the end of the game with a final score.
Right now, County Seat has all styles, Lee unwashed denim jeans and cords for guys, just $14.99.
The big March sale at County Seat, the big cheese sale of the year.
Here, kitty. When you do things in a big way, like remodeling your home, getting a car, boat, college education, or taking a vacation, let TCF help with installment loans for most anything. TCF makes it easy with attractive rates and repayment plans, fast, efficient service, and 51 statewide offices. Here, kitty. The TCF installment loan is great when you're doing things in a big way.
I'm Dick Bramer for the Minnesota Twins, and I'd like to ask you what you like best about baseball. A lot of hitting? Strong pitching? Maybe good defense? Come to the April 5th opener against Detroit, and you'll find what you like. Call the Twins at 375-1116.
When I traded this helmet for this one, I became the player coach of my own team, Bobby Bryant Builders. And if you're one of my first 9 garage customers this spring, Stephanie and I would like for you and your companion to be our guests here in our suite at an '83 Viking Dome game. If this spring is the right time for your new or expanded garage, call me today at 927-5300 for a free estimate and game details. It's a sweet deal for a garage.
We salute all of the entries in the 1983 state basketball tournament. And now we show you one of the entries, Minneapolis De La Salle.
The center of the commercial and business district in a major American city is an unusual location for a highly regarded educational institution where bookshelves and hallways are filled with heritage and tradition. However,